Alright, what's up? I am way overdue for making one of these videos. Definitely got to be more consistent about that. But, when you fall off the wagon, just got to get right back on it. That's how it works. So, tomorrow, I'm actually competing in my first jiu-jitsu tournament. So, I'm very, very excited for that. Maybe a teeny bit nervous, but mostly excited. I have a mentor who told me that there's not really any difference between being nervous and being excited. So every time when you feel nervous, you just reframe it in your own mind like, no, you're just excited. It's the same sensation in your body. But excited is a positive frame, and nervous is a kind of a fearful frame. So I'm very excited to see what happens. I really have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. It's been really interesting because I have to make weight, right? There's obviously different weight divisions, and my weight has been kind of hovering right at the top of my division. So if I'm too heavy tomorrow, then I don't get to compete. So all week I've been extremely careful and sensitive and just paying attention to every bite I put in my mouth. I've been weighing myself minimum 4 or 5 times a day, which I think doing that on a regular basis is pretty unhealthy psychologically. But this is a different type of circumstance. But it's been interesting to see just how much your weight actually fluctuates over the course of the day based on, if you go to the bathroom, you work out, Anyways, so just been real careful with my weight. I'm at a really good weight right now. Yesterday was my last day of getting some actual jiu-jitsu training. My coach told me not to do any jiu-jitsu the day before. So today, I'm just now leaving the gym, did kind of a light workout. Didn't want to go too hard. I really don't want to punish my body right now. Just get a nice little pump in, kind of move the muscles. My legs are a little bit beat up from yesterday, but I'm actually feeling a lot better now, and then, should be perfectly fine by tomorrow. Now I'm on my way to yoga, so gonna have a nice little yoga flow to stretch everything out, and that'll be my last thing, as far as physical exertion. Gonna be interested to see what my weight looks like after yoga, because obviously I'm gonna sweat a bunch, and I want to make sure that I'm going to bed maximum at my top weight, if that makes sense, right? So I have to be at most 217 pounds, right? Under 217. So if I go to sleep at 217, then that means, I'll lose at least half a pound at night. So that'll give me a little bit of wiggle room tomorrow morning. And then, you go to the bathroom, I'll be able to drink, some water. I'll probably have some coffee. That'll help me go to the bathroom, release a little bit extra weight that way. So it's been interesting to, again, for the first time, be in a weight cut. I've never had to do that before. And I'm really excited to get this first tournament under my belt, have it as just a new experience. And I'm thinking I'm probably not going to sign up for another competition until I get my weight down to about 190. If I can get down to 190, I'd be pretty damn lean at that point. I'm still carrying, a little belly. So by losing another, 27 pounds, I'll be very interested to see what my body looks like and how I feel at that weight. I think I'd be in a real good spot. And then, at that point, I'll probably focus more on lifting heavier, rather than cutting weight. So yeah, that's kind of where my head head's at as far as, my body and all that. And I've been going on my runs, no shoes, totally barefoot running, getting a workout in every day. For this week in particular, having to cut weight, I've decided to basically block out everything else. I'm doing my job, I'm running my business, I've been running appointments and things and doing some marketing this past week, but I wanted to really clear my head of all other responsibilities and really just focus as much mental energy on my body as I can this week, and not have to burn any willpower trying to eat clean and everything. So I've just been resting and running and moving, and again got some jiu-jitsu in, some workouts. Yeah, that's my big update for the day. What else do I have for you? I feel good. I got some people coming out to support me, and it's also been very interesting, the kind of relationships you build with the people that you train with. Obviously you start to see the same people over and over again, and you really build friendships, and it's interesting because we know when the competitions are, and not everybody signs up. And so this week we're like, I got a competition, and we what was I saying with that? So other people have kind of gone out of their way to help me out and work on some things, and it's been really cool to just see the brothership, the brotherhood that the brotherhood that really develops, when you're training, especially in a very competitive, very physically competitive type of way. So that's been real cool. And then again, adding the competition on top of it, a bunch of us are going to be there from the gym. Not everybody's even going to be competing, but a bunch of people are going to show up just to support. So my dad and my brother, and probably my brother-in-law, my business partner, they've all said that they're planning to be there. So definitely want to show up for them. Yeah, I don't know, those are just my thoughts right now. I'm glad I made this video. I need to be making one of these fucking videos every day. So I apologize to myself and to the YouTube world for not staying on top of that. But again, this is a new habit, it's a new process I'm trying to incorporate into my life. And so I gotta stay consistent with making these videos. And so I'll take another one tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then. Thanks for listening.